What's up, fellas? Welcome to my bedroom.
Welcome back to my bedroom.
Welcome to the Weird Bedroom Podcast.
The Weird Bedroom Podcast.
ASMR.
How's your guys' week? Dealing with this whole bullshit still?
Pretty crappy for me,
Really?
honestly.
Did you get laid off?
I did. Yeah.
Shit,
Well,
dude.
not only did I get laid off, they shut down my entire office.
No way.
For
So
good.
he's not getting a job after this.
Right.
Shit, damn, that sucks. So what are you guys going to do?
Well, I've been looking for stuff, but nobody's hiring right now.
Obviously.
But also, I filed for unemployment. There's also some other stuff going on with bills being passed for unemployment people right now.
Right.
So
That's crazy, man.
hopefully that'll help. But yeah, kind of sucks.
Dude, that does suck. Well, best of luck to you guys, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
Thanks,
It
man.
really does.
He's looking at ways to sell his body.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's
Getting
the best way to
OnlyFans,
make
dude.
money
We've talked
right
about
now.
it. OnlyFans.
What's
Yeah.
that?
We've talked. Yeah, what is OnlyFans?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I've only heard that on the TV before.
Yeah.
How about you, Ben? What's going on? Are you still working? Because you're construction, right?
Yeah, I'm still working.
Really?
I'll work until the day I die from corona.
Probably. From Corona. I'm lucky enough. Caroline and I have been working from home with our job.
That's awesome.
It's been nice enough to, like, we don't really have to worry about, like, it's just really slowing down because I work primarily with businesses.
Yeah.
No one's buying shit right now.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yep.
luckily I'm already at where my goals are for the quarter and for the month. So I'm chilling for right now. But, dude, this whole thing just is ridiculous.
Yeah. It sucks.
So speaking of jobs, and this is a story that I wanted to talk about before.
Yeah.
You saw the notes now.
I did. Yeah.
I didn't.
And now that it's been passed by several employment attorneys and everything, it's all bullshit.
What?
So
So we can talk about
so
it.
I can talk about it now. So in the first couple episodes, I wanted to talk about this, but I was afraid of what was going to happen.
I know. Okay. Yeah, let's hear it.
So the first dealership that I worked for, after I left and told them, hey, the
Can you name
management
them, or
sucks.
is
No,
it
I'm
not
not going to
allowed?
name them because it could be considered slander.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to name them.
Oh, okay. Well, this is my iPhone.
Okay.
Go on.
I don't know what the fuck that was, but we're going to keep going.
This is mine.
Yeah. No, I switched him. You're gonna get Corona now.
I went to my manager at the first dealership, my general manager, and I went into his office with like an open mind, like, hey, I've gotten an offer from a different dealership. The hours are better. This pay structure is better. And that's in the long term going to make my relationship with Caroline better. At the time, I was watching my nephew, so more time with him.
Yeah.
So I went in with that mindset, like, hey, can you guys help me out? Because I loved that first dealership until this point.
Yeah.
I was like, I got another offer. It's going to be a better situation for me. Can you guys help me out?
Match it.
that.
Yeah.
Right. And the first thing out of his mouth, instead of, you know what, dude, I totally get it, like trying to understand where I'm coming from, the first thing out of his mouth was, well, if you go to a different dealership, I can sue you, right? I was like, are you kidding me? So as soon as the conversation went on from there, I didn't even give a shit about what he was going to say. I knew I was leaving.
Yeah.
But he was like, he told me that I signed a non-compete disclosure, which I did. I did sign a non-compete, but it did not mean I couldn't go work for another dealership. The non-compete.
What does it mean?
So a non-compete, typically they'll do that, but they can't do that anymore. It's illegal here in Utah to do that now.
Okay.
But before, a non-compete was you couldn't go work for another dealership using this dealership's tools for another year. So after you quit.
Right.
Oh, so
You have to wait a
they
year.
provide you tools? What do
They
you mean?
provide us training but guess what? I'm going to blow your fucking minds right now. Everyone sells a car the same fucking way.
Yeah.
Every single dealership. It doesn't matter if it's this dealership or the dealership I was at last. Everyone sells a car the same fucking way. So to tell
Weird.
me,
It's almost like it's regulated by the government.
weird,
That's
yeah,
kinda
super weird. Yeah, it's the dumbest shit ever. So as soon as he said, like, we go through our conversation and he's like, take the day, if you he didn't even offer to like match what they're doing because I
Yeah.
loved that first dealership. It was awesome, but the management started to suck.
Yeah.
They started promoting people that shouldn't be in those management positions. So then as soon as I got home, I called up that other dealership. I was like, yep, I'll take the job.
Yeah.
And then the next day I texted my boss because I didn't even give him the decency to tell him to his face because he wasn't going to give me the decency to understand where I was coming from.
Yeah.
So I texted him. I was like, yo, I'm cleaning out my office. Deuces. And so I get there, and he traps me in my office, closes the door behind him, traps me in my office, and he's like, hey, I thought we had a pretty good fucking relationship. And I was like, we did, but at the end of the day, the management style sucks here, and it makes for a shitty work environment. You have in the month I quit, 5 people from that dealership quit.
No way.
All people that had tenure, so people that have been there for like a year plus.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that I was going on 3 years with that one dealership. So I bailed, 4 other people bailed, another couple of people from the same dealership group bailed and went to that same dealership that I was working at.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wait,
This is the second one.
they went to the same place that
The
you
same
went
place
to.
that I did. Not that
Yeah.
I recruited them or anything over there. They just
That would be against you.
that would be a non-compete because that would set me up for a lawsuit because the non-compete states, the one that I signed states that I can't poach any of their employees from their dealer group,
Right.
which I didn't.
Right.
So they ended up just working there like it was just a shit show. So then I got a notice in the mail from the attorney for that automotive group that I worked for first, and they were like, "Hey, it's a cease and desist. If you don't stop, we're gonna take legal action.
If you don't stop what? Working?
working." So let me ask you this: if I were to move, I moved to St. George, right?
Sure.
Does that one dealership want me to commute 4 hours a fucking day
No.
to go work there? Oh, if it sounds like it.
Well, yeah. Sure, they do. They
Exactly,
want you to.
exactly.
But
What
it's
if-
stupid.
What
They-
if your roommate that worked at the same place as you moved down to St. George with you?
Uh
Would you be poaching?
huh. I guess technically that would be poaching. So overall, fuck this dealer group is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They were using scare tactics, and they sent the same cease and desist letter to me that they did to those same 5 other employees.
Yeah.
So then
You have to pay legal fees.
you'd
to
have
get
to
this
pay
sorted
legal
out?
fees. You would have to pay whatever severance they wanted from you. So allegedly, what my general manager had told me, he's like, per salesperson, we spend about 40 to 60 grand training you guys. I was like, thanks. I mean, like, I'm super appreciative of it. I give all of my success and my growth to that first dealer group that I worked for because it really was awesome. It was a great
But
experience.
match that fucking pay, you
Yeah, but all you had to do
jerks.
is say, you know what, hey, we're not going to match it. If it does make sense for you to go, go. I had one manager at that dealer group tell me that because that dude doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He just doesn't give a shit. He's like, dude, if it makes more sense for you to go, go. Because it definitely
and
did.
Your relationship with someone starts to not matter at all when the first thing out of their mouth is, we can sue you, right?
Yeah, the
Instead
first
of,
thing.
all right, well, let's talk about it for a minute,
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid.
Like if
they want your money?
do they need my money? Probably not.
Did
They want
they
it
want
for
it?
probably no. I think it was a scare tactic. They tried scaring me into staying.
They wanted
to
your
work for
money,
them.
not your life.
Exactly. Because money doesn't grow on trees.
Yeah.
Everyone's got bills to pay, mouths to feed.
Mm-hmm. There ain't nothing in this world for free.
Nothing, not a single thing.
I don't
Not
get
one
it. What do you
thing,
guys just let's move on.
So that's
What-
interesting because the non-compete clause also applies to everyone in my office got laid off, right?
Really.
So
The whole
now
office
you
was
are you had
closed.
to sign a clause that you can't go work with competition.
So no, the non-compete clause for me would be if I was working with customers, right? Like we work with a lot of different people,
Right.
and they all ship through us, right?
Okay.
So if I was working with a bunch of these customers, and then I went to a different company, and then said,
You couldn't poach
hey,
those customers. Yo,
come
I
work
can get you
with
better deal.
me
Yeah.
because you're used to me, right? That would be
Illegal.
illegal.
They
that would be
could see
against
you.
the
Yeah.
non-compete clause.
Depending
But
on
I
how
never
it's
worked
done.
with customers.
No, not
so-
depending on how. Just in general.
That's
You
like
just
could
how
that.
it
find
would be.
loopholes. You could find someone that's not. You could find loopholes. But
So and there was one loophole that I found with a customer because I had sold this guy 3 or 4 cars in the time that I worked at that first dealership.
wow, who buys that many cars?
Rich people, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Wow.
But then I switched over to this other dealership, still selling Chevys. It was awesome. And he texted me, he's like, yo, I saw the new body style for the Silverado. Do you still work for X, Y, and Z dealer group? It's like, no, I actually moved over to this one. But there's a sales lady over there that can hook you up. She's awesome. So I
Yeah.
sent her over there. I sent him over there. And he texted me the next day. He's like, yo, these people over here at the first dealership I worked for,
Are dicks.
they're awful. So I was like, well, come down here. I'd love to see what we can do. So
And that's a loophole because
that's
you
a
sent
loophole
him there first.
because I sent him. I literally told, hey, there's the sales lady over here that would love to help you out. She needs the money too. They're awesome over there. Go over there. And then he texted me. He was like, yo, these people actually suck. When
You're
can I come
like,
see
I
you?
know.
So finally, because I had documented evidence saying that he went there first, I could help him out, and I sold him a truck.
And it was his choice.
It was
wasn't you
exactly.
saying, well, no, come over here first.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
That makes sense.
I mean, it's not my fault that they're fucking assholes at the
Yeah.
first dealership,
No.
you know?
Definitely not.
But no,
Yeah.
so I get the first cease and desist letter, right?
Yeah.
And then at first I was like, whatever, fuck 'em. This isn't scaring me. I'm chill with it. I'm going to keep working. And then I was like, dude, car sales actually blows dick. It sucks so bad.
Yeah.
And then I found my new job, which my new job has about 4 or 5 other guys that I used to sell cars with. They're all somehow all started working there. None of them like recruited any of them. No, there was no
You just all
communication.
ended
They
up
just
at the
all
same
ended
place.
up exactly. All ended up there. So I got a job there. And then they sent a cease and desist letter to my new job, the job I'm working now. It's not even the same fucking industry. So at this point, they're just trying to scare us.
Definitely.
So then we took it to the attorney for the company I work for now, and the attorney's like, yeah, this is bullshit. They can't do this. If you were a management and took your management style and our training material to another dealership, then that'd be different. But you're an entry-level sales guy. No one gives
Yeah.
a fuck about you.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Except
That
your
is
mom.
Stupid, dude.
I mean, even my mom sometimes is like, you know what, whatever. But, but no, like it was just the dumbest shit. So they just tried scaring 10, 15 salespeople from quitting, and all of us were like, you know what, fuck you, we're gonna leave anyways.
yeah.
Like, because you can't just scare employees into staying. Some employees have been scared into staying, and they're doing shit there. I still keep in contact with a lot of employees there,
Yeah.
and they are doing horrible over there right now because they're terrified of losing their jobs.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, I feel I was super happy to find out that all the attorneys were like, "Yo, this is bullshit." So now I'm like, "Cool, I can share this." And
Yeah, I can talk about it with whoever I want.
Exactly,
Dude, no, here's the thing. And this has been true throughout history, right? Fear is always the best leadership style. Always. I don't care who you are.
At first, I was like,
Always the best
"Are you
leadership
serious?"
style.
All right.
Fear.
All right, Adolf.
You know, like
Oh.
scare people into doing what you want. It's always the best. And
that's
people
how
are
they do
always
it.
the happiest
People
to follow you
people
when you
respond. Yeah.
See,
people
but
respond
there's only
positively.
there's only 2 managers at that dealer group that I would even send people to buy cars from. Other than that, do not go there. And you
Yeah.
guys know which ones I'm talking about.
do that. Yeah.
Everyone else doesn't because I can't dox them because it's considered slander at that point.
Well,
But
I think I know someone who bought a car from you.
really,
I don't want to. I think I saw you guys interacting on Facebook. It was
Who?
a sick car. The guy we went to junior high with. We went to high school with.
what was the car?
It was a Corvette Stingray
I've only sold 1 Corvette Stingray, so probably not.
to a younger gentleman.
No, he was an older guy, paid cash.
hmm.
Not
It was a
older.
custom. It was a custom Corvette.
Custom.
I swear you commented like, "I'm so glad I could help you out on this" on his Facebook post when he.
I
Was,
don't think maybe it was a Camaro. I've sold
no,
plenty
I swear
of
it was a
Camaros.
Stingray.
Hmm.
Let me.
Yeah, you'll have to find it, but
Whack. Well,
Yeah.
you know, the funny part about this story is this is the exact same moment that all this was going down for Dominic, right? Well, right before this went
oh
down
yeah,
with Dominic, I was getting ready to move back up here from Provo,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, hey, Dominic,
Mm-hmm.
you still working at that car dealership?
And I was
place,
trying to hit up
right?"
Dominic, and he wasn't answering me. 'cause
You
I had
didn't
his
even have the
old
right
phone
number.
number.
and he was like, yeah, dude, like, let's work together. And I was like, that would be sick. I haven't seen you in forever. It'd be
Yeah.
sick to work together again, right? Bring back the Lagoon days.
exactly. Yeah.
And so I went in and I interviewed, and I actually ended up getting the job, right?
Yeah.
And
And
then
then-
Dominic texts me like a couple weeks later, dude, just letting you know, I'm not working there anymore. The management sucks, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, well, I don't know if I want to work there.
Yeah, you
either,
definitely
then.
missed out, bro.
And I was like, okay, well, I'll find something else.
Dude, that job, like, I feel like that
What
because
is this?
it takes a certain.
What is this car?
That's a Corvette. That's the C8 though. That's the new
You
body
remember?
style. Oh yeah, Gavin.
I didn't
Oh
wanna-
shit, I didn't mean to dox him, dude. So he placed a hold on a Corvette
Yeah.
2 weeks before I quit for the new C8 style. Did he actually buy it?
I don't know. I
IDK.
haven't seen anything.
I do remember him. So he placed
You remember Gavin?
Yeah.
he placed a hold on the Corvette. Okay, and 2 weeks later I quit, and then I'm pretty sure he took the hold off of his Corvette. He doesn't have it anymore,
Interesting.
and he's going to a different dealership or something like that.
Oh, good idea, Gavin.
Yeah,
Based
good
on
idea,
what we've
Gavin.
heard.
If he actually even pays attention to this, but I don't think so.
Well,
But yeah, dude.
I'll send him a link. Gavin, I'll send you a link.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let's all three directly send Gavin a link to our podcast because he's going to be in this one.
I'm legitly gonna send Gavin a link.
Okay.
I talk to Gavin every once in a while.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Sick.
Dude, he is killing it
He's a
with
good
money.
guy.
Like, he's got like 3 or 4 businesses that he's starting. He flips houses and shit, I think.
Yeah.
Like, he's awesome.
He's a good guy.
Yeah, he is. He's a dope dude. Okay, video games for a second.
Yes.
I talked to Ben about this a little bit before you walked in.
Okay.
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, dude.
Okay.
Badass game.
Really?
So fun.
Dude, that's sick.
So it's probably like, as far as story goes, the most fun Dragon Ball Z game I've played in a long time.
Interesting.
I don't know if you guys watched or liked Dragon Ball Z as a kid. Loved it. And I watched it a couple of weeks ago.
I wasn't
I
allowed
had
to watch
nostalgia
it.
glasses.
Yeah, it kind of
For
sucks.
the first
huh?
like 2 to 3 seasons, I'm like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
But then after, like, once you get to like Cell and Boo and stuff, then it's really cool. It's really good.
I don't know any of what you're talking about. That's
I
the
don't
one
either
with
because my mom didn't let me watch
that's the one
it.
with Naruto in it.
Yeah, that's Naruto in there in that one. Naruto. But I bought the game thinking I rented the game. I was like, I'm hoping it's
Like you
it's
do,
good.
because
Like,
Dominic's a
'cause I'm
smart man.
thief. No, I mean,
You know,
I rented it and I thought it was so much fun that I actually took it back to Redbox and I bought it digitally
Oh, that's sick.
because I wanted
'Cause
the
he's
full.
smart.
I wanted the copy forever. I
Yeah.
didn't want to have to worry about scratches or anything.
That's sick.
that's why you
but
buy a Nintendo Switch. You can't scratch a cartridge.
that's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
Or I
But
could just
you
buy it
can't
digitally.
crush a cartridge.
You can
It's
either
happened
way.
to
there's
many of
gonna
my
be-
DS games, unfortunately.
Well, if you're like Preston, you can crush one.
Yeah.
Preston's just super.
Just kidding. I had a dog chew up a DS game once.
Dude.
Dude, that's like the story of
Why
my
are you
freaking
laughing?
childhood.
That's like the saddest thing I've ever heard
Every
in my
single.
life.
well,
Okay,
at
I
one
bought
point-
another copy from China just a couple months ago.
At one point, we had like 30 dogs in my house when I was a kid.
30?
It was disgusting. Legit, I'm pretty sure it was close to that. It was like 12 to 15 dogs.
Gosh.
It was
I had
gross.
15 cats at my house at one time.
Dude, my
I
sisters
remember
like
that.
are excessive with animals.
Yeah.
My sister has a 400 square foot apartment and has 2 dogs.
Oh,
Gross, right?
Yeah.
I
But
couldn't even
every
have
sing-
one.
Every
I
single
love
like,
dogs, but
I want a dog, dude.
toy or something I had that I was a kid was always chewed
God,
up.
yeah.
Couldn't
Yeah.
keep it.
Yeah.
Huh,
See, that's how my little siblings were.
yeah.
They just chew everything.
Anyways, Naruto.
Yeah, well, let's get back to Naruto.
Not Naruto.
No, the combat super fun. The storyline, like I've played like 15 hours of gameplay so far,
Yeah.
and haven't even scratched the surface on the story because
Oh.
there's so much to do. So they've made it like partial open world.
That's what I was gonna ask. Did
Oh,
it follow suit? Is it one of the many open world games? Because every single game's open world.
No, kind of, yeah. It's
Yeah.
partial
I mean,
open world, but
that's
it's
the
all
way it
the,
is. It's kind of cool, but
it's all the cool stuff that is in Dragon Ball Z is in that open world. Like you can correct the Dragon Balls, you make wishes, you can battle random.
so is it like Pokemon?
It's almost like Pokemon. It's like Pokemon, but everyone's a lot stronger.
So do you keep these little anime people in these Dragon Balls, and then you throw them and you fight them?
No, it's not like that. The Dragon Balls just make wishes.
Oh,
Oh.
It's like the Make-A-Wish
My
Foundation,
bad.
but you have to collect it all.
oh.
Instead
gotta
of collecting
collect
cancer,
something
you
to
collect
get-
Yeah.
these stones.
But you aren't sick.
Oh, gosh.
It's like Make-A-Wish, but you survive.
Oh, no.
It's like Make-A-Wish, but you actually get better at it.
Oh, no.
But you're getting stronger, not weaker.
Well, okay, so my mom didn't let me watch Naruto, Dragon Ball Z. She also didn't let me watch Digimon for
What?
some reason. I know, I don't know
But
why.
you watched
But I
Pokemon.
watch Pokemon all the time.
Literally the same thing, just with robots.
I know,
Like-
I know, but I don't know. She must have read it somewhere online or had a coworker tell her something. I don't know.
Speaking of weirdly strict moms, my mom didn't let us watch SpongeBob because of that one episode where Patrick and SpongeBob like raised that little clam. Like, she was like,
I'll be the
"There's-"
mom.
Like, because this is
Patrick, you can't be the mom. You don't wear a shirt.
My mom at this point was like super right wing, very LDS at this time. So any sort of like homosexuality, she was like, no, puts a stop to it immediately in our household. Now she doesn't give a shit, but back then when we were little,
Well, my mom didn't
hopefully
let
for
us
your
watch
sake, she doesn't give a
SpongeBob
shit.
yeah,
either.
she doesn't.
My mom didn't let us watch SpongeBob, but it wasn't because of that. It was, I don't know, like, there must have been an article published somewhere that was like, SpongeBob melts your brain.
Yeah, she
All
was on
moms
her
everywhere
iPhone.
read.
Your mom had her iPhone and she was.
I don't even know if there were iPhones.
I know, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah,
It was a joke.
she must have read it in
See,
the
that
newspaper.
kind of shit, I don't fall for anymore with that kind of shit. When he just starts off like some random tirade, I don't even, nope.
But yeah, it was so funny because I would go over to our neighbors' houses and watch SpongeBob with them, right? And one of my friends, his dad thought my laugh was like hilarious. So every time I would go over to their house, he'd be like, "Well, let's watch SpongeBob." And it was just the best because I got to watch SpongeBob, and
That's funny.
There was
sick.
there was this one point where we had this lady, like one of my mom's friends had lost her job or something, and she was living in one of our spare rooms. And we walked by, and her daughter in the spare room was watching SpongeBob, and I was like, I think I was like 5 or 6. It's like, my mom says we can't watch that, and the lady looks at me, she goes, "Don't fucking watch then," and shuts the door, slams the door, and I was like, So I go tell my mom, and my mom kicks her out immediately. She was
my
gone.
gosh. Over SpongeBob.
Oh, I don't think it was just SpongeBob. I think it was the fact that she yelled at her kid. But yeah, it was because of SpongeBob. My mom kicked her out.
How much of the SpongeBob did you see? She's out of here.
Mom, it was like 3 to 4 seconds. All right, she's gone.
That's it.
Well, SpongeBob does have a lot of nudity.
Just because Patrick?
No, I'm
Butts
just like,
too, I guess.
A lot
Yeah.
of butts.
I remember that specific scene in the movie where he's like putting on his pants like a box.
I wouldn't let my kids watch it.
See, again, I'm not going to
Yeah,
even
okay.
entertain that.
I downloaded a game last week that I tried to get into.
Naruto.
No, a different anime
Fuck
game.
you.
This one, wow, yeah. I downloaded this game, okay? And
What
I
game
know
is it,
that
Preston?
Oh, I know what it is.
Dominic's gonna freak out at me over
this game sucks so bad. I couldn't believe it.
What
And I
game?
paid full price for it, and I'm so angry.
I didn't pay anything for it because it just came out on Game Pass, right?
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
I've actually heard lots of really bad things about that
It
game.
is the worst game ever made
Okay,
in the
but it's
history of
not.
ever.
It's not just
It is
Kingdom
so
Hearts
boring.
3. Okay, it's just like I was playing it and I was like, wow, this is pretty boring. You know, tutorials a lot at the beginning of the game. And
Right.
I keep on playing for a couple of hours and I'm like, oh, still a lot of tutorials.
Sure, the story's
Still
gonna
really
pick up.
boring. And then I keep playing and it's like, wow, the people talk like, you must do this. Okay, it's so
And you're
stilted.
Like,
It's
they've been making this since 2013.
and then I was trying to understand the
Jesus.
story, right? And so I started watching some YouTube videos that were like the story of Kingdom Hearts.
You know that's a bad game when you have to watch, like,
Dude, and you watch a 30-minute video on YouTube,
You
and
have
you're more confused than you
Yeah,
were
you
at
know
the
that's
start
a
of the
bad
video.
game.
Here's the thing. I watched 3 different 30-minute videos to try and
Jesus.
understand this. The first one was serious,
'Kay.
okay? And it was like, this person is this person, but he has this person's face. And then this guy goes back in time, and he talks to this person. This person comes from a different game.
This
and
one's a
blah,
clone
blah,
of this
blah.
one,
And I was like,
and he's
wow.
a memory of him.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap, what's going on? But like, then I watched the next video and it was making fun of it a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
it was like Kingdom Hearts story, very simplified, right? And he was like, all right, and then this happens. I know. It's crazy. It's dumb. But this is what happens in the game.
jeez.
And then I've just been watching so many videos about it.
It's so bad.
But it's so funny because in every video like that, he's like, all right. And then he goes to a bunch of Disney worlds that have absolutely nothing to do with the story.
Jesus.
It's such a...
That sucks.
It could have been
'Cause,
cool.
Yeah, they worked so long on that
Could have
stupid
been cool.
game.
I think if you're a fan of the series, you'll really like the third
Really?
one.
See, I don't think I've ever played the second one, though. I played the first one.
Oh,
The
okay.
first 2 were good.
I heard the
liked-
second one's the best one.
The second one's
Really?
really fun.
I'll have to...
The
I've
first
got a
one's really
PlayStation 2 now. I've got to go
Yeah.
find that
The
game.
third one's not.
It's
they
on
have them all-
PlayStation
they're all
4
on
now.
PlayStation
Oh,
4.
really?
Yeah,
they
oh,
re-released them.
shit.
They
Yeah,
have,
they re-released them.
they have like, I think on PS4 you can get one game that has every Kingdom Hearts game that's ever come out.
Really?
I don't know if it has all
It's
of
like
them.
$130.
I think it does.
Really?
Yeah.
I know on the PS4, like I bought like Jack and Daxter, Destroy All Humans, like the old school.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've never played Destroy All Humans.
What, dude?
I've heard it's
I know
so
you got stuff to
awesome.
do today. We gotta play it.
Yeah. We'll play it for a minute before I go.
Okay.
Because
I found out what the little hardware piece I have that records stuff is. It's an Elgato.
Elgato.
So you just plug an HDMI port into one end and an HDMI port from your PlayStation, whatever.
It's a legume.
What?
Legume. It's a legume.
What? The hell are you saying?
You know, like the mushrooms?
No, it's not that.
Like mushrooms.
A legume.
I think isn't that like a type of? I'm not gonna say anything 'cause I don't want to sound stupid.
Legumes.
Okay. Anyways, jeez. Yeah. So I found out that because we were trying to figure out what it was last week, and I found it. It's in my closet. We can use that to record gameplay if we want. Dude, playing like old school games with that'd be dope.
Yeah, dude, I've
Recording
got everything too. I've got everything from anything that's not Sega. I've got anything Nintendo.
Really?
I've got every console.
That's sick.
Got
'Cause
all
I've
of
got like
them.
an adapter that you can hook up the
Got all of them.
AV adapters into it and still
sick.
record. It's dope.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We'll have to do that.
We just gotta find the games that I have a lot of games too, but if there's any other games that we want to play,
Dude, I'd be down to play some
we
Goldeneye.
got everything.
Dude,
I don't
that
have
would be
GoldenEye anymore. I used to have it. but-
Goldeneye would be
Well,
sick.
let me
be so
look.
dope.
Let me look. I'm pretty sure I don't have it anymore though.
There's this old school gaming
That's one that
shop
doesn't hold up.
here in the Newgate Mall, and
Yeah, you were telling us about that.
they most likely have it there.
I know that place in Layton I was telling you about does for sure.
See, I haven't even been down there. I know the mall's closed now. Everything is closed at this point.
That
Yeah.
place in Layton's open.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I follow them on Facebook and
I really want some In-N-Out, so I'm hoping after this, In-N-Out's still open for a little bit. 'Cause-
Maybe drive-through.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think they're open for dining.
That or because they have like the perfect keto stuff. Like they have like, speaking of which, I'm down officially 22 pounds as of today.
Heck yeah,
Nice.
I'm
dude.
killing it, dude.
I'm
That's
down
so
4
sick.
pounds as of
Down
today.
4. You shouldn't lose weight.
I
You
know.
need to
I
gain
don't. I
weight.
don't want to. But I am.
Yeah.
Like deathly
I'm
sick.
up 7.
You should ask. President how many bags of McDonald's I just had in my car that we had to throw
Dude,
away.
It
And I'm
smelled
down
like
4
McDonald's
pounds.
when you came into my house.
It was like 5 trips, dude.
Yeah,
no
to
way.
his dumpster. I had like 8
And we had,
McDonald's
like-
bags. They were
It was
stuffed
crazy.
full.
man. It was crazy.
I
Full of
just
garbage.
and I've lost 4 pounds.
That makes me so mad. There's this girl.
It's a curse, Dominic. It's a
There's this
curse.
girl. I'm pretty sure she listens to the podcast, but she is on my team at work.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna laugh when she
And-
doesn't.
What?
Doesn't listen to the
I'm gonna
podcast.
laugh when she
Oh,
watches
she most
the podcast.
likely. I think she said she does every once in a while.
She's a viewer.
Oh, she views it. and stuff. But she was talking to us the other day. Like me and my buddy Tyler are both bigger dudes. He did keto for a while and lost like 90 pounds, but he's
Oh,
still a
that's
big
awesome.
dude. We were talking like, yeah, we're losing weight and stuff like that. And she was like, oh yeah, I can eat like pretty much whatever I want, and I haven't gained weight since I had my kid, and that was like 5 years ago.
That's crazy.
And I was like, okay.
Well, okay.
And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to be a dick. I just. It's kind of a curse because when I'm going to the gym.
Get the fuck out of here. It's kind of a curse.
No, I say
I can stay healthy for the rest of my life. It's kind of a curse. I don't know.
I'm borderline underweight, so that's not healthy.
Plus, just because someone's skinny does not mean they're healthy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm most likely more healthy than you right now
Yeah,
because I eat way better than you do.
yeah.
You're both definitely more healthy than me.
When was your last hot dog eating contest?
Let me see. We keep on having them at home, so I can keep
You
up
and
my so I
gotta
can
keep your
keep up
skills up.
my skills. You know, I'm up to like 7 hot dogs in a minute now.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just kidding.
Even if you're not,
That'd be
that's
sick,
still
though.
really-
Let's
know
do
what I'm
it.
doing
I
when I
want to
get
do
home.
it sometime.
Let's do it. That would be fun.
You guys
That'd
are
be
the
fun.
worst.
We'll get like a huge plate of hot dogs for each of us and see
God
who
damn.
can eat them the fastest.
I can just throw them things down.
Dude, if
I'm
you
used
did-
to throwing long, skinny things down.
Oh my!
Oh my gosh.
Like corn, bananas.
You eat corn cobs whole?
No, I just I put them all in my mouth, and I take my teeth off the edge
instead
and
of like
pull it out
eating
and
it like a roll,
comes
you
off.
just like grate it off. Oh,
Exactly.
I should have done that.
Exactly. It works really well. You can eat it really fast. It's very efficient.
Isn't there a cartoon character that does that? I'm trying to remember.
I'm sure it was like some sort of Looney Tunes thing back in the day.
Probably, yeah.
Dude, you could do keto. Like you and
Yeah.
your
What's
wife. Dude,
keto?
not saying that your wife, Megan, you're not fat. Preston is.
I
He
am.
needs if you do
Preston's not
because
fat.
it's
No.
super easy. Like I have bread that's keto. Like it has 0 carbs in it.
Interesting.
Dude, it's a little bit more pricey to like maintain the diet, but dude, we've been killing it. Caroline and I are both down 20 plus right now.
That's sick. I'll have to see. Yeah,
that's
great.
For you. That's
Yesterday,
great.
I think we had hamburgers. I made fries. It was really good.
That actually sounds
steak
bomb.
fries.
We have an air fryer that we make stuff in.
I want an air fryer.
I want an air fryer, dude. Oh,
holy shit!
Do you guys want to
so good.
give me an air fryer?
I'm not gonna give you mine. I can't. I don't have permission from my boss.
No, do you just want to buy me one?
No, I don't want to buy you one, dude. We bought ours because they're normally like $90 to $100.
Please.
We bought ours on Facebook for like 60.
Huh?
no, it's not bad.
It just has Corona on it.
Yeah, it just has.
Yeah.
We bought it before all this. Don't worry, we're smart.
Yeah.
I want to get into the hardest lyric that I've in music that I've heard in pop music in a long time.
Okay.
Do you guys know who Halsey is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regrettably so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this song,
I do.
she goes hard as in this song. Okay.
Really?
Can I actually see the notes? I don't remember how it goes exactly. It's
It
exactly
goes,
how it goes in the
I'm
notes.
a girl.
It's in a Post Malone song with Future.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
It's
So Future's mumbling.
Yeah, the whole time. Overall, it's like it's a decent song. I actually like it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
But Halsey,
dude, you're nailing it right now.
that actually sounds awesome, dude.
Sound
We should put you on SoundCloud. We'll be famous in a day.
Oh my gosh. You're right.
Shit! Screw the podcast. No, okay. So Halsey, they're talking. So the song is called "Die for Me," and it's about, from what I assume from reading the lyrics,
Dying for them.
Exactly. But the person cheated on. It's about relationships and how you would die for a person, and the person told you they would die for you, but they ended up cheating on you, ruined the relationship.
So now you want them to die for you.
You want them to die just in general. Maybe not for you, but
Gosh.
So Halsey's first couple of lines in the song is, and it's hard as fuck.
Okay.
I went through
hard. What way? Like hard to sing?
No.
I
Like gangster.
Okay.
Not quite gangster, but it's like
straight up from the hood.
just let me read it.
Just let me read it.
I went through your phone, called all the girls in your DMs, and took all them home. First of all, bars. Okay?
Bars.
I thought when I heard that, I was like, I stopped it in my car. I was like, what the fuck did you just say?
What?
And then you rewind it.
And then I rewound it and listened to it again. I think that's hard as fuck.
Yeah.
You're cheating on her. She's gonna go through your DMs in your phone, call all these bitches, and sleep with all of them.
That's pretty good.
Fuck you, bro. Like that's hard as fuck.
Wow.
This what song is it? Never mind.
You can't just stop my story and then say never mind.
Oh, I thought you were done.
Now I'm
Sorry.
done. So
Now, because you ended it.
yeah, you bitch.
Sorry. Pearl Jam's new album came out today.
Oh yeah, how is it?
Pretty good. I've listened to about half of it and I liked it.
Yeah, I listened to like 2 songs in the car with him on the way here, and
They were the
Sounds
2
decent.
slowest songs.
sounds like Pearl Jam.
They're a pretty
Yeah.
old. It sounds like Pearl Jam.
Yeah.
They're a pretty old band, right?
They have a
They've been
very
around for a while.
distinctive sound that is.
No, we do not need to get copyrighted
I,
right now. Unless you mumble over it the whole time. You can play it to the microphone and just go.
So that lyric, I want to play you a.
Okay, you can't play it. You can just say it.
No, I'll say it. This is the hardest lyric that I could think of.
Okay.
Because if I did, they'd shut that bitch down like rap Justin Bieber. Just think about that for a minute.
I'm trying to process it. So say it one more time.
Rap Justin Bieber.
They'll shut that bitch down. I feel like you did 2 half lines of, like, it's not a full line of anything. It's just 2 half bars.
Okay, here we go. I do it all, do what I want, and I go where I want, but they can't go to the mall. Because if I did, they'd shut that bitch down like rap Justin Bieber.
The rap Justin Bieber part is what's getting me. What the hell does that even mean?
You don't listen to a lot of hard music.
Yeah, this is hard. That's pretty hard.
I was
Isn't
gonna
it?
say, I was like,
It's
it's
a
not
joke.
very hard at all.
I was kidding. It was a joke.
I'm hard. Oh wait, I mean,
Well, you got to be after.
yeah, after hearing Halsey, dude.
I was actually Logic and G-Eazy, but
Logic and G-Eazy.
Speaking of Logic, dude, he seems like such a down to earth dude.
Yeah, and then like when he divorced his wife, it was kind of weird.
Seemed like even more down to earth. Like I respect that dude.
No, I felt opposite. Because like before he divorced his wife, I went, like, yeah, this guy's cool, and like he seems
why
really
did
down
he?
to earth.
Do we
And
know
then
why?
No, I haven't. I don't know. But when that happened, and then like some of the stories that came out, because some of the stories were saying is he was like just being a dick, but some of the stories were saying she was being a bitch. So I don't know. And then like I don't know.
I mean, there's.
So when did this happen?
Then
Yeah,
some
when
of his,
was this? Because I just listened to a podcast that he
like
was on.
2 or 3 years ago.
No way.
Yeah, it was when Bobby
just listened-
Tarantino 2 came out.
I just listened to a podcast that he was on.
2018. Yep.
What?
And then maybe
There's
they
no
got
way.
back together.
Because he
'Cause
like
look-
was talking about how much he loved her and shit on this podcast that was like 6 months ago.
I know, dude. That's how he was. So up to this point, when Bobby Tarantino came out, or the second one came out, he was like always about how he loves her. She's on the freaking cover of this one, and all the songs are about like a lot of the songs talk about how he loves a shotty, and then like
Is she the shoddy though? Maybe he's talking about a different shoddy.
no, because in one of the songs, look at the
Don't
cover.
take that seriously.
He's riding
the
in
real
the
shoddy
car,
face
and
tattoo.
and she's
That's right.
driving, and he goes, "I'm
Oh,
gonna
she's
let
driving
my
a stick.
I'm gonna let my shotty drive. I'm so alive." That's
But
one of the
maybe
lyrics.
maybe she's not the shoddy though.
But she's driving on the cover, so
Yeah,
you
but-
know
but
she's
maybe-
a shotty. You know that's he's referring to the cover.
Dude, that's so whack. 'Cause, yeah, I legit listened to a podcast.
Maybe they got back together.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't follow that kind of stuff, but
Celebrity lifestyles, like you're all rich. F you. Like that's all I need to know.
Speaking of celebrity lifestyles, can we talk about like those celebrities that have posted and stuff about like quarantine and everything like that?
Oh, you in your $1 million mansions?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
you have
You're
your
not
own. You have your
quarantined.
own private gym in there
The
and a movie
memes-
theater.
The memes that I've been seeing are like celebrities saying that it's hard to be in quarantine or whatever, and then it's like their house, and it shows like this
It's like a
sprawling
city.
metropolis
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Minecraft or something.
Yeah, their house is like a miniature
It's so
city.
hard to be in my house alone. They've got like a Starbucks.
Ronaldo,
in there,
yeah.
and-
Ronaldo bought his own freaking island for his family. You hear about
Wait, really?
that? Yeah.
Dude, that's fuck you money. I want that
Yeah,
money.
that's sick.
He bought an island, and they're living on it until it blows over.
Jeez.
Wow.
I feel like that's a little intense, to be honest. On
You
an
know, if I had
island.
the money, I'd fucking do it.
Does the
Sign
island
me
have
up.
like a house on it or anything?
It's just the
no,
island.
they're probably
There's
roughing
nothing
it.
there,
I'm
yeah.
just picturing like Pirates of the Caribbean, like
Why is the rum gone?
Jack Sparrow.
Dude, roughing it as a celebrity. Can you imagine? Roughing it.
Oh, it's tough. We had to bring the small RV.
Yeah, we had to drive the small yacht out to our island. Yeah. See, that's the goal though. Honestly, is I want to have that enough money to where I can buy myself a house cash, buy my mom a house cash,
Yeah.
and not have to. And no one in my family has to worry about bills at that point.
That'd be sick.
That's what I want.
If someone wants to give me the cheat codes for real life, that'd be awesome. Add $10 million. Click.
Add $10 million.
Boom. You look at your bank account.
Right,
10
left,
mil.
up, down.
You're like, okay, sick.
Yeah.
Right, left, up, down.
What, you saw something on the list you want to talk about?
No?
Oh, you just looked at me like you had something to say.
Do you want to hear the cheat code?
Yeah, I want to hear it. What is it?
It goes like this. You ready? Up, up, down, down, left, right, BA, select, start.
I think that's for unlimited ammo in GTA. I think.
That's unlimited lives in Contra.
Oh,
They
What's
might have
Contra.
wow,
this
dude.
pleb.
Wow.
What?
Are
What are
you
you talking
kidding
about?
me?
What's Contra?
It's like the original shooter.
Really?
It's a side-scrolling shooter from the Nintendo.
Hmm.
Nintendo
Yeah, dude.
Entertainment
played it.
System.
And the original first-person shooter was
Doom.
Doom.
I
The
didn't know
original
that.
Doom.
I don't,
Yeah.
is that the first one?
I think.
Is that the first person?
I just
shooter?
I know
First-
that with
Or was
Doom.
Wolfenstein first?
I think Doom was.
I
think
know-
it
It's one
was.
of the first. It's one of the pioneers for sure.
Yeah.
I know. I just
It's
know
the
that
first
the original
popular one,
Dooms.
at
Like if you buy the original Dooms from like Steam or something, the levels that the two Columbine kids had created are still available to play. It's pretty intense.
That is. That's crazy.
Well, they just re-released all the Doom games on every console.
Really?
Well, not every. So Doom 1, 2, and 3. I think that's all of them. Let's see. No, because there were some Doom games in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
But
that had nothing to do with the story, right?
Yeah. But the story, well, I think they tied.
To be honest, I didn't even know there was a real story to Doom.
Yeah.
There is.
Really?
But so Doom 1, 2, and 3, and then Doom 64 just came out the same day as Doom Eternal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if Doom 64 only came out on Nintendo or on the Switch, or if it came out on other stuff. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But Nintendo this week announced. You ever play the Pod Racer game on Nintendo 64?
I don't think so. The Star Wars Pod Racer.
Yeah,
I think I have friends that had it.
Yeah,
I don't think I've ever played it.
It's coming out on PS4 and Nintendo Switch.
That's sick.
They're releasing a lot of the back catalog of Star Wars games
because no one else can come up with anything original.
Yep, and Star Wars Jedi Knight 1 came out the other day on PS4 and Nintendo Switch.
That's sick. I have that one on my.
I think it's Jedi
on my
Knight
computer.
1. Yeah, I have it on my computer.
I have most of them. But dude, going back to Doom for a second.
Okay.
So the cover art of the original Doom is classic.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
You'd go into a video game store. Imagine this. Back in the day, you go into a video game store.
You go into a Blockbuster and rent these games.
The covers at the stores had to sell the games.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely. So you walk in and you see this cover, and if you haven't seen it, it's this.
I'll put a little
this space marine-looking guy, right? He's wearing green. He's got a gun and stuff.
I think so.
And there's a bunch of demons crawling up a hill, and one of them's grabbing his arm and stuff, and he's just going.
Oh, you gotta show me this.
It's freaking sick, dude.
Wow.
So imagine you walk in and you see this cover.
Oh, dude, that's dope.
You're just oh heck yeah, that looks freaking awesome.
This is Doom from 2016.
I like that one more.
This is Doom from the other day.
Doom Eternal. They're so
wild
and artsy.
So I guess when they were getting that concept art for the cover, they had a model in there, some dude that was super jacked that was modeling for this, right? And he was
some fat dude, not a jacked.
They were taking pictures and they were trying to figure out what pose they wanted to have it in for the cover art or whatever. And the dude that made the game, right? I think he was one of the not producers, but one of the developers of the game, big developer. He was no, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. He's here, move. And he got into this pose that you see on the cover. He's this is what we want. We'll have somebody grabbing his arm, right? He's come grab my arm. And so the model grabs his arm or whatever.
Whoa.
And that's what they based the cover art off of. So they had this model in there, but it ended up being just the developer guy that it's
awesome.
Based off of, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought that was sick. I read that in a
That's so dumb.
review. Dude,
I think
Doom
that's
is
cool,
so
sick.
Sick.
That's Doom 2016's original one, and then when they re-released it, they did this one, which is way cooler.
That is really cool,
that's
though.
sick.
Throwing that thing over.
I gotta buy Doom Eternal. It's so sick.
I'm very conflicted. I didn't really care for the 2016 release.
Really?
It
just seemed like a mindless run and gun.
It is. That's the
point. And I don't care for that.
That's the point, dude.
There's not much of a narrative.
See, and that's what I play a game for, is a narrative.
Yeah.
Well, you don't like Tarantino, so you're... Who doesn't like Quentin Tarantino?
There's no narrative. What are you talking about?
There is so much narrative in Tarantino movies.
Barely.
Have you seen Django Unchained?
I have seen that one. And that one I actually do like. I think that's
full
really
of
good.
narrative.
You're right.
Great narrative.
And it's also because Leo busts his hand open and they keep that shit in. I thought that was dope as f***. That's hard.
How about Pulp Fiction?
Hate it.
That is all narrative. That movie is all narrative.
It's narrative that doesn't make sense.
It all makes sense. It's just not it's day in the life of these guys. It's not like they go out to have a story to tell. It's here we're going to show you a day in the life of these people.
It's one of those
just a normal day.
It's one of those day in the life of these guys that I don't give a fuck about. I don't ever want to know that. Who cares? I just don't think there wasn't a lot of thought.
The scene when Samuel Jackson is and no, what does he say?
The Bible verse. I think that's a cool scene.
Gosh,
that's
it's
a cool
so
scene.
cool.
There are redeeming qualities about that movie. Overall, I don't like it though. Speaking of which, I watched Frozen 2.
Okay. What do you think?
And you didn't watch Treasure Planet. I know that, you piece of shit.
I didn't. I got mad at this morning. I got up and I punched myself in the face because I didn't.
Good. No, I watched Frozen 2 again. Gave it another chance.
Yeah.
It still sucks.
It's still. I mean, I watched it again with an open mind. I didn't watch it like, oh, this is gonna suck still just as much.
Okay.
I watched it with an open mind. I watched it and it was the same thing kind of popped up where I didn't like Olaf's part. The thought of it being just as good as Frozen 1 is baffling to me.
Really?
It's stupid.
Really?
Okay, think about this.
You need to watch both of them.
Frozen 1 comes
Dude,
out, right?
I did yesterday.
It's 2013. Frozen 1 comes out.
I watched them like every day this week.
I'm sorry.
I'm not
Listen for
kidding.
a second.
And Frozen Olaf's Adventure.
Oh,
And
I'm
Frozen
very
Fever.
That sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Jesus.
Oh,
Dude,
okay,
you don't
anyways,
like the characters. You don't like the story. That's the problem.
Get on with it.
Okay. So, picture this. A couple months after Frozen 1 comes out, Let It Go is on the radio from December of 2013 to December of 2014 I think it was 2013 or 14 when it came out?
I don't know.
Either way, it was on for a year plus on the radio.
Yeah.
Not a single song from Frozen 2 is on the radio at all.
Which is good, in my opinion.
Yeah, because they suck.
No.
But that's the thing is like, okay, Let It Go and the songs from the first one were original. They were amazing. They were awesome. I'm not saying that the Frozen 2 aren't original, but they're just not as good.
Okay, here's the question.
To measure it up to how good Frozen 1 was,
Sure.
and to say that Frozen 2 is just as good, it's not. It's a lie.
Okay, so you're basing it completely off the music?
I'm basing it off the entirety of the movie, but the music plays a huge part. That's going to show
Story-
It's a
Story-wise-
musical. It's a musical.
Story-wise, which one is better in your
Frozen
opinion,
1.
Dominic?
Frozen
Really?
1. I think so.
The story of
Oh,
Frozen 1
yes.
is better than the second one?
I think
you
so.
too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Why?
The reason why is because we didn't have. It felt. Gosh, I'm just trying to describe it with. I'm trying to put the words in the right place.
It felt so much more organic.
Yeah,
like
there
it
you
was
go.
something
first
that
one
would
did.
actually happen, and then the second one just felt like it's like, oh well, we got to continue the story somehow. It didn't feel as I don't know how to describe it. Organic.
See, exactly. Like that. It's hard to.
Okay.
It didn't feel
describe
like a
it.
natural progression of what was going to happen next.
I
To
feel
me,
like-
if
okay,
it felt
here
like
you
it to you, sure.
Okay.
I feel like the only character development that did happen. Was with Elsa.
Yep, I
In
agree.
the second one.
The other
I
ones,
feel like there wasn't hardly any other character development except for Elsa and Olaf's stupid complex that he was going through. I don't care for that.
Okay.
You were
Before
asking
you keep
for,
talking about
okay,
that.
we're gonna put a 2-minute timer on this because we can't
No,
dwell on
shut
Frozen
up,
too
dude. I
much.
have so much to say.
I'm not talking about just you. I'm talking about all of us because we can't talk about Frozen too much because we already spent.
Well,
like-
what else do we have to talk about today?
Okay, it's fine.
Come
I'm
Come
not-
on, man.
Okay,
Let me
we're
speak
good.
my
I'm not
piece,
gonna-
It's fine.
okay?
It's okay. It's okay.
I'm not even heated this
I-
time. I'm good.
You're getting heated now, but let's
I'm
just.
good.
It's all right.
No, Preston.
Ooh, careful. Ooh, shit.
Dude,
You almost knocked that shit
Here's
over.
the
On
thing.
purpose.
Okay? You're talking about Olaf like it's in the entire movie.
It
It's
is in the
not.
entire movie.
It's not. It's like the first scene you see Olaf in.
No, he's
no, dude. It's the
the whole
entire.
movie. He's
no.
wrestling.
His whole
with
song is "When I Get Older."
the
Yeah,
whole
this
the
makes
whole
sense.
But
movie.
that's
He's
not like dread.
It.
yeah,
it is.
He's
No.
dreading. Yes,
Okay.
the whole time.
Why do you think that?
Because he's dreading getting older.
That's the whole.
He's
No,
the
that's
whole
his.
he's
movie is
not.
about not necessarily just about Olaf, but anytime we see Olaf on screen, it's about like, well, this will make sense when I get older, or it's some sort of existential
It is.
crisis.
Watch it again,
Have
You
you
watched
watched
it-
it again, dude?
dude. I haven't, but I know that he's
You
right.
haven't, and you watched it months ago. So be quiet, okay? Dominic, please let me
Dominic
speak.
is right.
Let me speak for like 2 seconds,
Hey,
please.
go. Take
Shut
it
up.
down. I'm listening.
Just take it down
I'm
for a second.
listening.
It's just a movie, bro.
I'm listening, Presto.
Okay, here's the thing about Olaf. It's not that he is dreading getting older. He's saying this will all make sense when I'm older. So he's looking forward to that. He's like, okay, this will make sense when I'm older, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. Right?
Okay.
He's not dreading what's going to happen when he's older. He's like, this will all make sense when I'm older, so it's fine. And it's funny because it's ironic. And the things that he says to like Anna, he's like, wow, I can't wait till I'm ancient like you so that I don't have to worry about important things, right? It's ironic and it's funny because little kids think like that, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess.
yeah, that's fine.
I understand the
If
parallel,
you
but
don't
it's
care
just
about it, then I don't
think
care about it, right?
I understand the comedy they were going for.
Uh-huh.
I just don't think it's funny.
Okay, let's talk for just 1 second about the story.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
The story in Frozen 1, let me recap it for you, okay?
Olaf did that in Frozen 2. I've already seen it. We're good.
Frozen 1, here's what happens.
Okay.
You have the story with Anna and Elsa, which is great. You set up their characters, right?
Okay.
Anna goes to a mountain, gets Elsa, goes back to Arendelle. The end. That's the story of Frozen 1.
Okay, now describe the story of Frozen 2 as bare bones as you just explained the story of Frozen 1, because you left out
a lot of
crap
stuff.
ton of stuff that happens.
What did I leave out? What else happens?
You did the basic
Elsa got
road
struck twice in one movie or Anna got struck twice by Elsa in one movie. Okay?
Yep.
That was the biggest climax of the movie.
Yeah, and you described it in a basic roadmap sense. Like now we got to fill in the gaps.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's where we're looking at a concept.
There was other stuff in Frozen 1.
Okay, now
and I love Frozen 1 as well.
Do Frozen 2 the same way, story-wise.
Okay.
Hit the story beats.
Elsa hears a voice. They go to a forest. They figure out a bunch of stuff about the past. They come back. But not Elsa. Elsa doesn't come back.
See, and that's... I feel like that was... Either way, doesn't matter how we're describing the story. I think story-wise, character development... I thought Frozen 1 was better.
Far superior.
Character development.
Yeah. You see a lot more character development with Elsa.
You see...
With Anna.
Yep.
With...
Okay. Let's think about this for a sec.
With Kristoff.
Totally.
Even way more character
he's
development.
He's some loser who doesn't care. Well, he just doesn't care really about anyone. And
exactly.
Then at the end, he cares.
He cares.
Yeah,
and great. He realizes his place in all this because he was raised by the trolls who can save them.
In between Frozen 1 and Frozen 2, 3 years pass. Okay?
Is that what the timeline is?
It is.
Okay.
And in that time, the characters change and they progress. Okay? They have to.
Right.
3 years pass.
Oh, totally, yep.
And I feel that on a real level with Frozen 2. Anna feels a lot better about everything. She's happier, but she also has this sense like, okay, everything's good now, but I don't want it to stop, right? Like I'm scared that I'll lose it all, just like I lost my parents in a flash, right? And so I feel like that's real, you know? Whereas in Frozen 1, think about it. Frozen 1 is about Anna, okay? Frozen 2 is about Elsa. That's the point. Frozen 1 is Anna's journey. It's not about Elsa. It's about Anna. She's stuck in the castle. She figures everything out. She learns about Elsa. She goes and talks to her. And then by the end, she's happy again.
You know, I can see your point. I can see your point.
That just means Elsa is boring as
No, it doesn't.
I can see your point, but I think the reason why I think Frozen 1 is better is it's not just about Anna, like you say. I can see your point that it's primarily about Anna, but it also does its side stories way better, and it has them have their own story, whereas Frozen 2 was just about one person, and the other people were along for the ride.
I'm not saying it's just about one person. I'm saying it's primarily from their point of view. Frozen 1 is from Anna's point of view.
Okay,
Frozen 2 is from Elsa's point of view.
So Elsa's just boring.
No, listen, she's not.
I said that. You said no. What the hell?
The thing. Frozen 1, Elsa has these powers that no one can explain, right? We don't know why she has the powers. We don't know any of the backstory or the history of this kingdom, which is awesome, right? The kingdom's sick. The people are cool. It's a cool culture. Frozen 2 sheds some light on that. And I feel like it does a great job of saying, okay, here's what happened, right? And the forest closes. It sheds some light on why people are scared of magic, right? And why they need to be careful. Here's the thing with Frozen 1 that I think Frozen 2 did better, okay? Frozen 1 has a villain. It's Hans, okay?
Right.
It was a twist villain. You didn't know he was the villain until the end of the movie, which was awesome, okay?
Right.
Super cool.
And it doesn't have the normal, like, love story where it's a kiss from the prince and princess that saved the day, right? It's sisterly bond and a love like that, right? Frozen 2 does not have a villain. The villain in Frozen 2 is people's fear, it's people's hatred. The only one that you could technically count as the villain would be the grandpa, who was the king before, who is long dead by this point.
Yeah, so
he was the best character in that show.
You're an idiot, dude.
I loved when he slaughtered those people.
Okay.
You're a moron.
And if we're again, I just think overall, because Frozen 1 did better at the box office. It did.
No, it didn't.
I could almost guarantee it did.
Yeah.
It didn't. But keep going.
Music-wise, Frozen 1 was better.
It didn't?
It didn't. Frozen 2 did better.
The Chinese audiences went out to saw it regardless of everything that was going on in China.
I think this was before that.
It wasn't
slightly before that.
It was.
Anyways, doesn't matter.
Because it came out in November?
Around Thanksgiving.
Coronavirus started in December.
1.
Yeah.
a week after the movie came out.
I'm pretty sure everything I've read said that Frozen 2 did better in the box
I mean,
office.
you could be right. I doubt it.
Anyways,
let me look it up.
Frozen 1, I thought music was better.
Okay.
Frozen 2, story-wise, just in general. Like, I do like the flashbacks of, like, kind of figuring out where Elsa's powers came from, because I didn't really understand that, even after watching it a second time. Frozen 1, I feel like story was better still. I just overall enjoyed Frozen 1 more than Frozen 2.
I do have one question for you.
Sure.
So what was your point of bringing up the 3-year gap in between the two movies?
The point is that the characters grew and changed.
Yeah.
And I
And
felt that
seeing that-
change in the second one.
Okay,
but that doesn't mean
we'd rather see the development on screen. They can change, because if you see the time gap between A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back, you can tell the characters have changed, but there's still development in Empire Strikes Back.
There's development in Frozen 2 as well. You haven't seen it in months.
Okay, I'll watch it again, but
You need to watch it.
You need
again.
to
Give
watch it
another
again.
chance.
But here's the thing. They do develop. Okay?
Who?
Kristoff goes from... Because in the first one, he's on his own.
right.
And he's good with that. In the second one, he's almost
Codependent.
too codependent with Anna. And then his song is him saying, okay, I can be my own person still. And I can figure this out. Like...
All right.
I can do my own thing, but I can also be with Anna.
See, but I didn't feel... God damn, how long have we been talking about this? I didn't feel that with his song. I felt more of like I am super codependent, and I'm singing this because I'm codependent. So I didn't feel the progression with his song is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like how
and
you were describing
even
it.
if there is progression, that yeah, I'll have to watch it again.
You have to give it at
Obviously,
least
if I
another
say
chance.
anything, it doesn't count for Preston, because
You
I
can
haven't
say
seen
stuff,
it in
just
months, because
don't
I have
say
the worst
stupid
memory
stuff.
ever.
No, you can say stuff. Just like you're just trashing on it. That's the thing. You're
Because
not
that's my
saying anything
opinion.
real.
Really quick,
What?
I'm gonna turn this down just a little. We got 6 minutes left. Come on, you piece of shit. You're clipping, asshole.
I'm not clipping anything.
Okay,
I'm
gonna
clipping
hold on.
bushes.
Stupid. What kind of bushes?
All of the bushes.
What kind of bush?
Okay, let's see the box office
All right,
numbers,
let me
Preston.
look it
Yeah,
up.
and then after this, we're gonna get into our song lyrics, and we'll probably have to wrap it up.
I could almost guarantee you.
I don't guarantee it would make sense if Frozen 2 did better because we were waiting for it for so long, but I think Frozen 1 did better. At least from what I've read.
So let's talk about this for a second. Let It Go was everywhere, right?
Fantastic.
And
yeah.
when you heard it, you wanted to blow your brains out.
After you heard it a million times.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is
for
like
sure. And
because
then
of those songs.
How many of
were-
us didn't watch Frozen for a couple of years? I
would
know
wa-
I didn't.
I probably watched it every winter.
Okay. I know I didn't watch it
weird.
for a while because it
What do you
was
mean?
so
It's a
annoying.
winter movie.
No, I'm just kidding.
Like there was so much Frozen everywhere.
You're right.
It was a phenomenon.
Yeah, well,
right.
okay.
That I didn't really care to watch it again for a little while
Because
because
it was
I was
amazing.
It was oversaturated.
Exactly,
Yeah.
because people liked it so
So you're
much.
saying an
And
oversaturated
I'm saying
movie?
it's okay that you two don't like Frozen 2 that much because that's going to make it so it's not oversaturated in the world
Okay.
and I can enjoy it more.
So we are the two people who make things oversaturated? Or are you saying
Yeah,
because
no,
most
I'm
people don't
saying-
like it?
I'm comparing you to
And
most
if the
people,
majority of
okay?
most people don't like it, then what
Yeah.
does that say about the movie?
Disney's Frozen 2 is officially the highest grossing animated movie in history.
Well,
The sequel has generated 1.325 billion at the
Damn,
global
that's a
box
ton.
office, pushing past Frozen 1.28 million.
it's very close.
It is very close, but
But you're
It's
right.
okay, it
you're
doesn't
right.
matter.
It's
You're
very
right.
close, but
It
you're
was
right. I'm
close.
not saying you're...
It's very close. You know, small decimals like that are not close when you're in the billions.
Preston, when it comes to box office records, that is very close. 1.28,
That is pretty close.
1.32, that is
because
very
guess
close.
what? Only
Yeah, imagine how fast you could make that money.
Endgame only passed Avatar by
I could
like
not make that
$0.2
money fast
billion
at all.
dollars.
Did it pass?
I've never made $1
Yeah.
billion in
Avengers
my life.
Endgame
Have
is
you?
the
No, I'm
How
talking
fast
about,
could you
I'm
make
ta-
that
I'm-
money, Ben?
Jesus
I'm talking about
Christ.
in the movie industry, Preston. Jeez.
Yeah, because Endgame surpassed Avatar by $2 billion.
Right.
Which that is a close margin. Obviously, when you're looking at the grand scheme of things, no, that's a
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But it's close
Yeah.
for how fast they can make that money.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Okay.
You're right.
And yeah, of course I can't.
that
make
got
anyway.
heated without getting heated. Holy shit!
Kill Preston after this.
Dude, Ben is such a
He's walking
moron.
home.
I can't even.
He probably likes the Phantom Menace. He probably likes The Last Jedi.
Ooh,
The
now
Rise
that's
of,
fighting.
The Rise
You
of,
need to take that
the
back.
Rise of Skywalker is probably your favorite Star Wars movie out of all 9.
Shut up right now.
Jeez.
Shut your mouth.
That guy's so heated. Holy shit. Okay, I got a song. We gotta do it. We gotta get into our song lyrics so we can wrap this up.
Okay.
What's
I got one. I need.
What are
a device,
lyrics?
please? We're looking at song lyrics. Remember for our weekly segment. We gotta get a soundboard and like find a weird title for this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
we could call it your mama's pajamas.
I thought you were gonna say something else. Then I was gonna have to hit you.
Oh. I can still say it if you want.
No, it's fine. Please don't.
Okay.
We have children that listen to this.
Do we?
I don't know.
I think so. My siblings listen.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Really?
My little brother listens, I know.
How does he like it?
He likes it.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He puts it
It's
on
funny.
repeat. That's why we get
He
views.
thinks Ben's a moron because of his opinion
On Frozen.
of Frozen 2.
Does
yeah.
he think I'm a moron as well? I'm about to kick your brother's ass.
I'll have to see.
He's what, 13?
I'll have to ask him.
You know, I'm fine if he thinks I'm dumb. That's fine by me.
It's like most people now.
Yeah. You know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was gonna do this one, but it's super confusing. Like even the lyrics to me, I'm like, God, I don't want to read that. So I'm gonna do a different one.
You want me to go?
Yeah, you go first.
Jeez.
Sorry.
You're so slow. Yeah. Here we go for the 100th time. Hand grenade pins.
In every line.
In every line.
That's awesome. Fuck. I
Throw
forgot
them
to-
up and let something shine. Going out of my mind. Filthy mouth. No excuse. Find a new place to hang this noose.
That's a good song. It's Linkin
String
Park.
me up from atop these roofs. Not it tight so I won't get loose.
That is a
tight,
that.
so I won't get loose.
That's a good song. What is it called again?
Bleed it out.
Bleed It Out. That's right.
Bleed it out.
the nose picking song.
Yep. It's the nose
Bleed
picking
it
song.
out, dig
Oh.
it deeper just to throw it away.
That is
Bleed it
damn.
out,
What the
dig
hell?
it
How did I
deeper
never
just
put that
to throw
together?
it away.
Am I stupid?
Yeah, you'll have to answer that yourself.
Oh man, now I can't think of one.
Steven
Press, you
was
go
the one
first if
who
you've got
calls
one.
it
Alright, I'll go.
Steven calls it the nose picking song.
That's really funny.
Steven.
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 With a PH. Steven.
Steven.
Have you ever seen that meme?
Yeah.
Jeez.
We talked about Frozen
Okay.
for too long, guys.
I've got to start this in
Yeah,
the
it's
middle.
sad.
No,
you
it's
don't.
fine. I think I've made my peace with it. It's okay.
Next
Not
week,
everyone
no
has
Frozen.
to like it. You
We
guys
can't
are
do
fine.
Frozen.
You're
next
probably
week.
going to do Frozen lyrics right now. It's
I'm not.
sad.
I'm not. I wouldn't share those with you because you wouldn't appreciate them.
Frozen 1 we would.
Yeah. If it
Dominic-
was a good one.
No, I don't think you like the characters very much, man. I think that's your problem. We're not going to get into it right now. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm going to start in the middle because Dominic's going to get this in like
Okay, go.
5 seconds flat.
Go.
Maybe 1 second flat. All right.
I'm not.
Maybe you will.
Huh.
I don't know.
If it's good music, I'll get it fast.
On the blackest plains in Hell's Domain, we watch them as they go. Oh, frick. I'm skipping a part. So now we fly, ever free. We're free before the thunderstorm. On towards the wilderness. Our quest carries on.
Oh, through the fire
Far
and the
beyond
flames.
the sundown.
Is that what it is?
Far
Uh,
beyond the
hell yeah.
moonlight.
I don't really know the words.
Deep
I love
inside
this
your
song, though.
hearts and all your souls.
Ah!
Fighting hard for this field through the wastelands evermore.
I got one. Oh, that's awesome. That was a good one.
Yeah, thank you.
To
The lyrics in that are
fire
freaking
and the
sick.
flame.
Dude, I love power metal.
We carry
So dope.
on.
We're free before the thunderstorm.
That song's so legendary.
It is. It's so
This
sick.
is gonna be easy as hell. So
All right, just go. It's
you go.
funny.
Easy as fell.
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 Punk rock tried to kill the metal.
I did this one last week.
You did?
No, I
was
did
gonna
it
say
in
no,
my
you
mind.
fucking didn't.
I did it in my mind last week. Sorry.
But they failed
Ha,
as
ha,
they
ha,
were
ha.
smite to the ground.
Dun, dun,
New
dun,
wave
dun,
tried to kill the metal,
dun,
but they failed
ha, 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 ha.
as they were stricken down to the ground. Grunge tried to kill the metal. Now you laugh. This is the only part where you laugh, you dumb shit. They failed as they were thrown to the ground.
Dun, 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 dun.
New wave tried to kill the metal.
Dude, that's probably my favorite song on Guitar Hero 3 to play. That
Yeah,
was
it's
super
really
fun.
fun.
That one's it's hard when you get into like hard and expert.
Metal. It comes from hell. Bang,
Actually, I have another one. Can I do a different one? Let's see if you guys will get this one. Ben, I know we'll probably get it pretty quick.
Yeah, Preston, not so much.
Okay. I can't remember anything.
Oh, I know it.
Can't tell if this is true
You know it?
or a dream. Deep down, inside I feel to scream. This terrible
That
silence
sickens
stops me.
me. Oh, that sickens me.
Bitch.
Shit.
Now that the war is through with me, I'm waking up.
can't.
I cannot see that there is not much left of me. Nothing is real but pain.
Skip
now.
to landmine.
How far is that?
It's at the end right before the solo.
Okay. Landmine has taken my sight, taken my speech, taken my hearing,
That's sick.
taken my arms, taken my legs, taken my soul.
Why wouldn't I get that?
Left me. I knew he would get it quick.
Because I played Guitar Hero 3 a lot.
So did I.
I'm not saying you wouldn't get it at all. I'm just saying I knew he would get it quick. Jeez.
Landmine has taken my time.
Take him on now. Take him on. All right, that's time to wrap it up.
What?
We're in hour 6, bro.
Okay, but hold on one sec.
Okay.
Favorite Metallica album?
Saint Anger. Wow.
Okay,
No,
really?
no, no.
Wow.
No, it's not Saint Anger. This is my apartment. You leave.
No.
Okay.
This is my apartment.
Hey, look. This is my apartment.
I am the captain now.
Oh, man.
It's And Justice for All.
Dude, frick you.
Or Kill 'Em All. They're both really good.
And Justice
Dude,
for All. is
Master of
mine.
Puppets, bro.
Master of Puppets is your favorite?
That's probably my
Okay.
favorite, yeah.
Good album.
It's a good album.
Oh, yeah.
And Justice for All is definitely
And Justice
my
for All is
favorite.
so good.
Yeah.
I
Every
had that
song.
one on CD. I'd listen to it.
Every
all
song.
The
But
time,
Kill 'Em All
dude.
is their most raw album.
When,
It's so
when we
good.
first moved here to Utah, my mom was in her, we're moving to Utah because we're super LDS. We can't do anything satanic phase.
Uh-huh.
And
So you couldn't listen to Metallica?
dead ass, I'm about to get there. No! So my buddy who, like one of my first friends that I had when I moved here, super dope guy. He gave me
Yeah.
a ton of Metallica, Linkin Park CDs and everything. And I had him in my room and I was listening to him. And one day I was at school, I came home,
They're all
all in
gone.
the trash,
No.
all gone. And I was like, Mom, what the hell? And she was like, you cannot listen to that garbage in this house. And then I was like, are you freaking? So I had to
Dude,
give
what is
Troy-
this, the 50s?
Yeah, for real. So I had to give my mom like
Rock and roll came from the devil, dude.
I had to give Troy like $50 to replace all these CDs. It was a ton of CDs.
Dang, dude.
Yeah.
Who's Metallica?
It's like Linkin Park but cooler.
It's kind of like
It's kind of like
Megadeth.
Motley Crue but not as gross. That's actually a really good description for that.
Yeah, it probably
actually
is,
really
actually.
is.
Yeah.
They were pretty gross, though.
What's your opinion of Megadeth, dude? You like Megadeth,
Yeah, I
right?
love Megadeth. I saw them live.
Oh, that's
That's
Saw
sick.
them
dope.
and the Scorpions.
That's sick.
That's way cool.
That's
cool.
sick. Gosh, Megadeth has some good stuff.
They
dude.
do.
I haven't listened to a ton of them, but I need to.
It's meet the real me from my misfits way of life.
Past is my
Yeah.
most valued possession.
Hello, me. It's me again.
That was one of the first songs I learned to play on the guitar.
Really?
It's super easy.
All right.
Yeah, we gotta wrap it up. Tune in next week for another episode.
We're doing another one next week?
Yeah, I mean, we do it every week
Oh, okay. Yep.
if we're still alive by next
If
week.
we're not dead from the virus.
Well,
And even if we are dead, if one of us dies, we're gonna carry it on just in their name.
Yeah.
no, screw that
Unless
guy.
it's me,
We'll
'cause
replace you as
you
fast as we can.
God
Whoever
damn.
dies first.
Talk about expendable.
Yeah. It'll probably be me. So.
All right, see you next week, guys.
Bye.